I've been thinking, looking back about, 3 to 4 months at this point back, one of my favorite animes would have been my favorite anime of the year, till, they decided, hey, that story we've written for so long, we don't need that. Stories are just a crutch. But anyway, so the question is, was Darling the Franxx, its ending, really that bad? And when you really think about it, when you take everything out of your head, especially your brain, you lower your standards, it's actually a pretty good ending. But all jokes aside, I'm here to talk about, if it really was as bad as we made it to be. And truthfully, yeah, it was. It really was that bad. Thank you for watching the video. This has been Austin the Doctor. See ya. I'm kidding. But, no. To talk a little more further into this stuff, it's just, how do we go from this to this? How do we go from this to this? How do we go from this to this? Come on now! How do we get there? What? We don't need it to explain that anymore, even though we've been doing that in the entire season? What? We got in space just because we can? We didn't need to actually talk about how Dr. FranXX's actually prepared these Franxx to go into space? Ichigo's dead in the manga? What? What's going on here? Yes, that ending was one of the worst endings I've seen in a long while. And what do we expect? It's from the writers of, Eve. Yes, we should have expected some really bad ending, but when we start to learn about what happened behind the scenes, especially with the director, and that director, I'm sorry, he is one of the worst people I've met on Earth. Oh, the ending's perfect. It's the perfect way to have, Zero Two's end. No, it isn't. It's called, that was a big cash grab. I don't care what anyone says. I'm sorry, but it's like you're trying to please two people. The people that are like, oh, she's going to die. And let me tell you, the fandom was awful throughout that entire time because everyone was jumping to conclusions. And, yeah, I said I didn't think they'd kill her off and they wouldn't be that stupid. Look, I thought they were smart. They needed their money freaking maker right there, but you know what they did? She technically is alive. Right? No. It's just, with all that happened in the end, anyone that calls that ending good, don't ever listen to them. Don't. For the simple fact that they don't know what writing is, and I know people like to say, oh, you're basing off of your perspective of writing. No, I'm not. If I was, I would have gotten very more harsh onto it, because I can. But the bare minimum is you can't have that kind of ending that throws the entire story that you wrote that was so good out of the window. And hearing that it was rushed because they were running out of ideas and that Trigger bailed out of there with the money that they were supposed to be dealing with and giving to them. If you didn't know, Trigger's kind of the main reason why that ended the way it did is because they pulled out from A1 Studios. Because if you didn't know, Cloverwork is a byproduct of Trigger and A1, and basically, A1 gave Trigger the money to run this, and they kind of tried to take that money to do another thing. That's why they had to have their Patreon. So, I know someone's going to say, oh, you're misinformed. No, I'm not. I've seen that. It's actually quite scummy, if you ask me, but it kind of explains why after episode 15, it's just gone down. Whew, it was just fillers. And, yes, I do agree. Anything after episode 15 didn't happen. I will sign a contract with that saying I agree because, yes, those episodes after 15 and 4 and 19 weren't bad, nor were they good. They were just there, but it was so much wasted potential to build up other characters. And I know people get very upset when I talk about, with 9 Alpha. I don't think he should have gotten that heroic redeeming death. I honestly thought, he should have died by Zero Two or Hero's hands. That's what I think, because that would have been fitting. And the people that followed him, with the rest of the 9, they would have saw, oh, wait, this is what is wrong, we shouldn't do that. Yes, we can still have the aliens, but it's just, explain how we got to space. You've been explaining how the Franxx work for a long time. Even in episode 19 you did. But after that you stopped. And I swear people with the whole, oh, the giant Zero Two robot makes sense. No, it doesn't. Oh, from episode 1 they said the true form. Yes, that was the red. That was the red Stressalea. Please, for the love of God, stop jumping and making conclusions and making the author, well, the writer's, more the director's job very easy to get away and BS it. Please, just shut up and go to your corner. For the love of God, it's just, I didn't think this ending would piss me off for so long because, it was a bad ending, but when you think about it, Zero Two didn't get the ending that she deserved. What happened was, we need to make money, so we're going to kill them off, even though makes no sense, even though they get reincarnated back after on planet Earth later on. It's not like we wanted them to grow old with their friends that they've been with the entire time that they build these bonds with. No, it's definitely not the author's, that rumor going around that he said basically he's anti-foreigner with that, if you're catching my drift, and he didn't directly say that it's going along with his political views that if anyone can't reproduce, they're worthless. No, that's definitely not anything, but take that with a grain of salt, as I do. But it's just, that ending was just so awful that it just bothers me that people defend it. I know that's such a horrible, righteous thing to say, but it's true. Just think about it, and I agree with some people that I saw on Twitter. They did a Gurren Lagann ending, and more of an Eve ending. It just, they did I don't know what they did. They stole so much from other mecha animes at the end because they had nothing else to do, and it's just, Jonathan Frakes in the beginning, it was his own story, even though people want to say it's a Gurren Lagann or Eve ripoff. No, it was his own thing in the beginning. That's why it was good. And yes, Eve may be a mecha anime, but it's not the mecha anime that made it mecha. Look at Robotech. You swine. But, just, God, having that ending was just a big kick in the face. The teeth, we were told to just accept it, because that's just how it is. And do I think there's going to be another season? No. Do I think there's going to be a movie? That's a possibility, because they're going to try to fix it, like Eve. They're going to do an Eve. Oh, we messed up the ending, so we're going to fix it with the movie. That's why I will never regard Eve as a masterpiece. A masterpiece doesn't need to fix itself. Remember that. SAO especially. But it's just, this ending, it should have been better. We had Naomi back alive. That made no sense, even though people randomly guessed, didn't have anything to back it up. I mean, they even went to the extent of showing that she hurt her arm. I'm sorry, if you get crushed in a metal pod that looked like it, a metal pod that, how do I put this? Look, you get crushed by rocks in a clock store. There is no way you're coming back in one piece, unless you are some robot android. That again, who knows? Naomi could be one. She could all along, this whole time, it was all her. She was the true villain. And we just looked by. And that's why she's still there, working for Verm. Boom. There you go. There's a crazy theory. No, don't take that seriously, for the love of God. Don't. But, it's just having Naomi there, it ruins a lot of things. It makes everything just look like it wasn't important. Her death in the beginning was for Hiro to grow, to enjoy Zero Two, to hold her dearly and tightly, and just so basically she was Uncle Ben to him, and going to bring back like Uncle Ben in Spider-Man is just, it would make Peter Parker just kind of question what he's been really doing. When there's a motive, there's a plot death that changes someone, you don't bring that person back. You don't. It makes your writing look horrible. It makes a lot look pointless. And yes, Dr. Franks did set up Hiro with the Zero Two, and it just, yeah, we all know that. But it's just, come on, that ending, that's what we got. We have Futushi marrying another girl that's outside the group, well, having kids with her, and we have Ikuno having a relationship with Naomi. Congratulations, Naomi was brought back to be Ikuno's girlfriend. Is that what you wanted? Really? Cool. To me, it seems pointless. I know that's gonna rub some people the wrong way, but I wanted to see Ikuno and Ichigo. I'm not gonna lie. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I would have loved to see that, because at the end, Goro just forced himself on Ichigo, and I love how everyone overlooked that, but everyone was attacking Ichigo when she did that to Hiro. It's just, really, we're going to overlook that because Goro deserved it? Yes, Goro did deserve her love, but truthfully, I would rather have seen go with one of the 9 or someone else like Futushi, because as much as Ichigo was perceived wrong, yeah, she had her moments, just they didn't do it right with her. They try to make her this important character, but made everyone end up hating her somehow. And just, I laugh at it because at the end of the day, you could tell that she was supposed to be this character that everyone enjoyed, but that one episode, well, 2 episodes ruined that all. That's why I'm just like, you guys played yourself. Congratulations. I know people forgave Ichigo, but I'm one of the people that are like, yeah, I don't trust you, kind of thing. It's just, Hiro. I'm sorry. Hiro and Zero Two had their character development, and it just stopped. Their character development was given to Kogoro and Mitsuru, and having background characters that haven't really had anything for 15 episodes take over for the rest, that's annoying. It really is, but just because they want to reproduce. No, I don't care. They can go in a closet and have fun. I want to see my Hero and Zero Two go and have the time of their life. Have that romance that they were supposed to have. Have that alone time that actually mattered with all the romance coming out. What do we get? We have Hero and Zero Two redrawing the book and false hope. That's what we got. We had broken dreams. This entire anime should have been renamed Darling in the Broken Dreams. That's what it should have been. God. Sorry for that little rant, but it's just, it's been a while after it's ended, but it still affects me. I'm pretty sure it affects you too, some people. But what did you think of the ending? Do you still think it's bad? I do. Tell me in the comments down below. But anyways, this is Austin Doctor, signing out. Peace.